So, first of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank UKI and DAFNI for organizing this event and funding our project. It's a great privilege to be here, and it's a great pleasure. So our project is about strategies and tools for resilience of buried infrastructure to meteorological shocks or storms. So we are a consortium of 3 different organizations: the University of Birmingham, and UK Centre for Ecology and Hydrology, and the British Geological Survey. So I'm speaking on behalf of the team. So now our focus is about buried infrastructure. So when talking about infrastructure, it's not things just above the ground. It's also about the things that is beneath our foot. For example, in cities, we have got sewer pipes, we have got main water pipes, gas pipes, electricity, and telecommunication cables. So this provides essential services, including water, energy, and communication. So without them, the cities would not function and all rely on them. However, this infrastructure is also vulnerable from the impact of climate change and extreme weather events. To just give you 2 examples, in the 2015 and 16 UK winter flood, the direct damages to utilities is about £100 million. And for the storm surge in New York City in the US, it was over £10 billion. So it's huge. And the damage to buried infrastructure is costly. Every year it's about £2.4 billion, according to a report. Some of them is actually attributed to climate and weather. But how much, we don't know. But this is the answer that we try to get as well. The mechanisms of causing these impacts can range from short to long term. It varies across different time scales. For example, at an event scale, there may be extreme flood events that can cause washout. For example, in that picture, the whole soil has been washed off and the pipes has been exposed and get damaged. And it can create sinkholes as well. And also, the flood may wash away the trees, and it can cause damage to the pipes underneath our ground. And because the soil gets saturated, it can become soft. It can lose bearing capacity, which means that it can be vulnerable to, for example, mechanical loads, those trucks that are doing the emergency response, and they can cause damages as well. That's for short term. And the longer term impact is also a problem that needs to be properly considered about. They are mainly causing from the wet, dry, and freeze-thaw cycle, which is caused by extreme precipitation and also extreme temperature at both the higher and lower end. It can cause the soil to swell and shrink. Basically, from these pictures, we can see that when they swell and shrink, it can cause differential movement, which can cause the rigid pipes to break down. Even if it does not break down, it can reduce its strength. And in the long term, it can cause problems as well. But a lot of things are not known about this, although it's an important and urgent problem. So basically, how significant this problem is, we don't know, because we don't know the likely and relevant scenarios that can cause problems. And also, the spatial and temporal distribution of this risk is not known. Basically, this is because we don't have broad-scale risk assessment tools that can involve all different impacts that I've just mentioned. So now our aim is to develop a comprehensive risk assessment framework to understand the potential impacts of scenarios for both today and the future climate. And we'll also co-develop adaptation measures by engaging with stakeholders from a range of sectors. So this is the team. As I mentioned, there researchers from three different organizations. They involve geotechnical engineers like Asad Nicole here, and water engineers like me and Surush, and also hydrologists like David, Steve, Bob, who are sitting there, and Adam and Alison. And also we have got a geologist, Andrew is from BGS. He's also in the team. We are really an interdisciplinary team try to solve these complex problems. So by working together on this project and on DAFNI platform, we are bringing in new data and models, and also make use of existing models on the DAFNI platform, so that we can not only deliver this project, but also bring some new capability that will benefit the whole research community in the long run. So we will bring in the UKCH scripted grid model, which is the operational flood model, flood forecasting model across Great Britain. So basically, the flood forecasting you received every day is being produced by this model running at the background. And also, we will use the open source hydrodynamic model called HyPIMS. Have been working on that for several years. It's a key model on DAFNI supporting projects such as Cradle that has been previously mentioned. We'll also use national data sets about hydrology and geology from UKCH and BGS. And we will use the digital twin from the £30 million buried infrastructure facility as well. And of course, we will have assets data sets from our stakeholders, such as the water companies. We have 5 work packages. We will develop broad-scale hydrological modeling that will fit into weather and climate scenarios, and we'll also do hydrodynamic modeling and do the vulnerability analysis using finite element method. And then we will develop a risk assessment framework, and we will co-develop adaptation strategies. As I mentioned, we have models to deliver. We will deliver a workflow to do the risk assessment, which involve the data sets, the models. We will improve the hydrodynamic model to simulate multiple types of hazards, such as entrainment and landslides, not just for flooding. And we will develop the vulnerability curve as well. And we will co-create the adaptation strategies, produce guidelines, and enhance decision-making. And not just buried infrastructure, and the infrastructure underground can also benefit from the outcomes of this research as well. And for example, railways and roads, the embankment of them can be vulnerable to the same sort of problems. We can potentially use the models to look at those problems as well. So we will engage with a wide range of stakeholders, from academia to industry to government agencies, and also other DAFNI-supported projects. I think it's really a great opportunity for us to work together, integrating different models and data to work on even more complicated problems. And we have workshops and training sessions planned, and also planned for outreach. We have planned for outreach activities as well. So just watch this space. We'll keep you updated about how the people from the wider community can get involved as well. So thank you very much. Please reach out to me for more details about the project.